Guys, how are we doing? Welcome to today's video. Today we are looking at a much requested weapon from a lot of you guys. You guys wanted to see me review the Herod C, and I think I did a video on the Herod C when it first came out, but I never actually farmed for one. A couple of weeks back I did farm for one. I got a bunch of rolls and I have been using this weapon quite a little bit on and off, and I want to give you guys my verdict. With me being a bit of an auto rifle authority these days, you know what I'm saying? If it's an auto rifle, you know I'm not too far away. And I love Hakke weapons, and Halfdan D, the original Hakke high impact auto rifle, is one of my favorite weapons ever. Probably it's just such a nice gun, and this is something of a spiritual successor to the Halfdan D, and so we are going to give you that verdict today after farming it, after getting some good rolls. Granted, we didn't get the absolute best roll that we wanted, but we did get a roll that's pretty good, all things being considered, you know, with these weapons having absolutely massive perk pools and everything. So we're going to take a look at the roll. I'm going to give you my verdict. We're going to have some good gameplay in the background. Today's video is going to be a juicy one, my friends, so strap yourselves in. Hope you guys are ready. Before we do take a look at the weapon in depth and show you the role I have and everything else, all the bells and whistles, I do have some requests from me to you, and that is first of all to hit that like button on this video. Guys, we're really close to 170,000 subscribers. If you haven't joined us yet, consider doing so. Turn on that notification bell. Join my Discord server as well. The link is down below in the description. If you don't know what I look like on Discord, I have my profile picture. Get a good look at me. See what I look like underneath the mask. Anyway, here is the Herod C. We've got gun and run. Rapidly defeating targets gives you increased sprint speed. This is a really nice perk. Multi-kill clip, increased damage. Compulsive reloader is actually really good synergy with multi-kill clip, right? As long as it's on the top half of the mag, there or thereabouts, you get a really fast reload, which will help you get multi-kill clip. We have ricochet, stability, chambered, counterbalance. We've got 100 recoil direction. We've got 63 stability, 84 range. This thing comes in with a whopping 19 zoom as well. All in all, the Herod C is a very beastie weapon. Now, the two perks I would have preferred instead of compulsive reloader would have been dynamic spray reduction or perpetual motion. Had I got either of those perks, that for me would be a 10 out of 10 god roll or a 5 out of 5 or whatever. Unfortunately, we only got compulsive reloader. But like I mentioned, compulsive reloader does have decent synergy with multi-kill clip. Even if you hit that kill quickly on the top half of the mag, you can get that very lightning fast reload that's going to help you chain kills, and that stacks up pretty well with gun and run as well, giving you that increased sprint speed, which is actually really nice in eruption as well, right? Because obviously in eruption, when you're on a streak, you're on a timer, and gun and run really helps you to get to your next target quicker, which is very nice. And obviously you're also rocking multi-kill clip for the increased damage, allowing you to hit 42 to the head. So it's got a very nice TTK. Personally, in my experience with high impact auto rifles, I don't like using them without a damage buff. Now, you might say that's just proof that they're not that good, and you would be fair enough to believe that. However, if you've ever seen me use Come to Pass, you will know that these weapons, these high impact auto rifles, do have a lot of potential to be pretty special, and a lot of people believe that Herod C is the best out of the bunch. And unfortunately, I don't think it is. I'll be honest with you. I think Come to Pass is much better than this weapon, in my opinion. If you guys haven't seen my Come to Pass videos, just literally search DFP Come to Pass or something like that. I've done like 4 or 5 videos on that gun, and for whatever reason, you guys love that weapon as much as I do. They're some of my most viewed videos in the last year or two. Every single time I do a video on Come to Pass, the videos absolutely pop off. So I just want to thank you guys for that. What you guys are doing on those videos is smashing that like button a lot. If you do that for the Herod C as well, I would really appreciate it. Now, let's talk about the benefits and the pros of Herod C. You've got gun and run. You've got the Hakke trait as well if you want to destroy barricades quicker. You've got, you know, a very easy to control and manageable recoil pattern. And you've got high damage values. You've got good damage perks. You've got fantastic aesthetic. It looks great, right? And looks matter in my opinion. If the gun looks good, you'll feel good using it, right? You got to look the part if you want to be the part, my friends. So the Herod C, it hits like a truck. It's chunky. It's beautiful. It's like me baiting this Arc Strider into this. Life comes at you quick, and quick for me too, because I'm dead. But I have to be honest with you guys. There are a couple of things that hold this weapon back from greatness, in my opinion. And for a while, I've struggled to think of what that could be, because I've had other rolls as well, aside from this one. So obviously this is a damage perk roll with multi-kill clip. I had some consistency rolls as well. I had some moving target rolls, I had some really nice rolls with elemental capacitor, perpetual motion, some very high stability rolls. This one has 63 stability and 100 recoil direction, which is good, but I had some with like 80 stability and 100 recoil direction. And no matter what I do with the stability value on this weapon, I just don't feel too comfortable shooting this gun. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. I've been thinking about it while I've been using the gun. It's two things actually, I think, that hold this weapon back. The first thing is the sight. Now, you might think the sight looks clean. In my opinion, it's just a little bit too zoomed in, and the chevron sight is just not good for full auto weapons in my opinion. When you're trying to duel someone at range with this gun, which is what it's built for, it's very hard to keep the reticle on the head at all times. It bounces up quite a lot, even with 100 recoil direction. And the other thing that I find is because of that high zoom value, it's very suspect of just being flinched to holy hell. And the other thing, there's a couple of things obviously. The other thing is when you're in a lobby with a little bit of latency, and let's face it, in Destiny 2 PvP, which lobby doesn't have latency? This gun, it just doesn't seem to hold up. When you combine all of those things together, it just isn't as consistent as something like the Come to Pass. With the Come to Pass, I can basically hit every single crit every single time. But with this gun, I'm never quite sure what's going to happen. And there's one more thing that I realized really makes this gun kind of annoying to use for me. And it's the fact that it's a stasis primary weapon. And I don't know if it's the sight and the muzzle flash of the gun, but I don't know if you can notice it. I'm saying it now. That blue flash under the sight is off-putting, man. That blue stasis flash, it really kind of gets in the way a little bit, and I find it really distracting. And I don't know if that's what it is that makes me unable to just laser people with this gun. I consider myself a bit of an authority when it comes to lasering people. When it comes to full auto weapons in this game, you basically give me any gun and I will perfectly control that recoil for you, whether it's a 10 stability or a 5 stability or whatever. I've mastered the aim assist in this game. I know how the recoil, patterns work in this game. I find it very easy as a controller player to control full auto weapons. And when I am struggling with one, I kind of get the feeling that other people probably do as well. This might surprise you guys because I know a lot of people love this weapon. And do you have no issues controlling the recoil? If you are one of those people, let me know in the comment section exactly why. What's your secret? Because don't get me wrong, I had some good games with this gun, but I never felt truly comfortable using the Herod C, even though obviously it has a lot of qualities. As you can see here, if you stack something like Weapons of Light and multi-kill clip together, look at the damage values I'm going to be hitting here. Compulsive reloader, ricochet rounds, chambered, 100 recoil direction. It's a very good gun. I'm not saying it's a bad gun, but it's just not one of the best for me. And it's kind of sad. I think if it had the holographic Hakke sight that the Halfdan D could roll with, or say, the sight that Anti-Up comes with, then it would immediately go into like S tier categories as far as ARs go. Even with that stasis muzzle flash, I think the sight and the zoom, it's just too much in my opinion. Oh, nice thunder crash, brother. Nice thunder crash. And that's what holds this gun back from being truly great. Look at that stasis muzzle flash. I just don't get along with it. And the other thing with this gun is obviously you have to play Gambit to get it. You need to farm Gambit like a madman. And then it has a gigantic perk pool, so you're gonna have to dedicate a lot of time or get very lucky. One of the two things is gonna need to happen for you in order to get that perfect Halfdan D. Maybe I just need another roll. Who knows what it is? But my friends, that is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.